Brasisa, welcome back to another episode of the Career Corner from One Nation to Youth Development with Mpho. Like I was saying before, they say third time is a charm because it's the third time we're doing this thing with her. The network is super technology just thinking about. I'm glad she's here. She works for Durban Tourism and one of the people who's been working during the COVID-19. So we're just going to sit and have a word and listen to her what she's doing for a living. And if you're interested in getting into her kind of career, you can basically start looking towards the direction. So without wasting time, can I please introduce Mpho? Can you please introduce yourself to our viewers and tell them what you do for a living?
Thank you. My name is Mbuli. As I was well introduced, I work and represent Durban Tourism. I am one of the marketing managers. So my career is into marketing.
Okay, cool. At least now you know, if you're watching this, what a marketing manager looks like, because you've heard this. Yeah, you heard so there's a marketing manager that you're like, what do these people even look like? Because I wanna be, at least now you know somebody who looks like you, so you can actually do it. Okay, Mpho, you're speaking about marketing managers. Just dive into what you are doing first, and then we'll go into your whole education history. What is it that you do as a marketing manager for Durban Tourism?
Okay, so as a marketing manager for Durban Tourism, I look after a region because there's three of us here. So the main mandate of my job is to market Durban. Durban to the domestic market, which is the locals, and the national market, which is all the provinces in South Africa. And I also look after Africa. So we do get my engagements with our neighboring countries like Mozambique and Swaziland and Botswana, etc. Again, my job, very, very easy to market the place which I grew up in, which is Durban. So when I say market, it's everything that has to do with tourism. So who we are, what food do we like eating, the type of products that we have that we can offer to the locals and the internationals, of course, where to stay, what attractions you guys can do when you are here. And then we've got our beautiful landscape in Durban. We've got a beautiful ocean. So those are the things that we then go and market in the world and say, we are unique, we are different, we are beautiful, our weather is fantastic, our food is amazing. Come and visit us. Because when we do have people spending, locals, internationals, anyone who spends, then money gets it goes around, with exchange of imali. And when we do that, what happens? We create jobs, so when we go out and eat, there is someone who's making our food. There is someone who's serving the food. There is someone who is working in the farms to make sure local food is fresh, and it's bought. So there's this supply chain that happens. So that's why tourism is a very important sector in the career. And then I get to do it, and I work in a marketing department, and I get to market now what we have.
Wow, that's amazing. Basically, as you're saying this thing in my head, I'm like, wow, she just did a full-blown ad for Durban as a whole. When they say to come to Durban, what do they mean? Whoever's watching this and they want to go for a vacation, their family, this is a video you must come and share with your mom and dad. With mom, please just go to Durban because of this. These are the things that are happening, which is very, very brilliant, because it shows the work that you do. It's literally in your DNA right now without you even attempting in marketing Durban, but you literally just did that, Anjalo, of which is a very good skill that I feel like a person who wants to go into marketing should possess. You can't say you want to do marketing, you can't even speak. You just heard the lady Mpho ekhulume chaza without her even, she's just telling you about a job. But for me, I'm like, if a person wants to do tourism, you really need to possess the skill that she has. Okay, cool, Mpho. Let's just go through your education history first. Go to Afunda, let's say high school and then university. Where did you study in marketing up until uzofika la khona?
Okay, so I studied at Natal Technikon. I believe now it's called TUT. I did my IMM marketing diploma through them. Very nice qualifications to have if you are looking at being in the marketing sector. You can also study at UKZN if you are here in Durban. There is other universities and institutions that you can study. Vegas, Menkosa, UNISA. There's a lot. You can either acquire a diploma or a degree or an honors degree. There's so many things, studies rather, that one can look at. So when I got my qualification, I actually worked for a property company called Marriott. We were managing a pavilion center.
Okay.
Again, my role was to market the shopping center. I've worked for beautiful brands. I worked for British Airways, Mainline, which the head office was in the UK. I've worked for NetBank. I've worked for a FIFA World Cup agency, which was Match Hospitality during the World Cup. So yeah, I've been a brand manager because of the qualification that I had. I worked, I've been a brand manager for Wonder Bra. So there's so many avenues and opportunities in marketing, that one can do. You hear people speak about Coca-Cola, Aquafresh. There's so many brands, so you can be a marketer for all of those things. So my route, though, and my expertise and the experiences that I have received is more on the service marketing, and I think that's why I got the opportunity to now be able to work for tourism sector. So there's a whole lot avenues and opportunities within the marketing role. There's product managers, they PR, there's brand. So a marketing career is it's very colorful. You need to be a very optimistic person, high energy. You need to be very creative as well. So if you onjalo, then marketing is for you. And then here I am now, working for Durban Tourism, and it's actually been a very great ride.
Wow, I love what you just said, the last part about being very, very creative, because the kids who are going to be watching this, like literally, when I talk to some of them, because like they are creatives, let's say you're a songwriter, that person, they need to be aware that if I can write songs, I can write jingles for television, for radio, for things like that. Like a thing like that. Don't say I'm creative and then you box yourself. Just say I'm only gonna do music as well. That creative element you have, you can expand it. So imagine now you are a creative person already, then you go and study marketing and then you fuse those two things together. The sky can be a limit for you. I really love what you just said, Yonjalo. I believe this one interview is better than the one that you did before. This one is the one. This one is the one I'm telling you, because you're saying so many things that I'm not sure. I remember saying you left up before, but the way you're saying they're coming across now, they're like, wow, like I'm really, really excited for whoever's going to be watching this video. So Mpho, there's always the good and the bad, pros and cons. What are the most difficult things about the work that you do, like when as a person who works in marketing, some of the things that you feel like are challenges, but obviously you're here today, now you've overcome, maybe it's stuff that happened before you studied, while you were studying, or while you were working?
Yeah, in a marketing role, you need to actually love traveling. So if you do not like traveling, then you are going to be in trouble. So there's always a bit of a challenge there, because you will be away from your family, you will be away from friends, etc. But then if you love what you do, you find means and you mitigate and you come to a common ground on how you can accommodate such. Like I'll give you an example. I'm sure everyone was watching the president yesterday delivering the speech. We are now on level 1, very good for tourism. What does that mean for us now is, as a department, we'll be able to travel inter-province, to go out there, sell Durban, and speak about how we are doing the right thing, how we're following our protocols, because we are still during the pandemic. So we're going to be going out there. When you go out there, you travel. You're not at home, you know. So that's why I also said you must have high energies, you know, because you go out there, you sell basically what products that you are marketing. And in my instance, and in my case, I go out there and sell Durban.
As even the you know, my cons, even I'm not gonna say the cons like but the so-called bad is actually a good thing if you think about it, because you get to travel. You may not be at the same place all the time. You have like, I'm going to work, I'm coming back, I'm going to work, I'm coming to work. Then let me visit Durban for holidays. Almost done because you pretty much you highlighted where you studied, institutions where kids can look at that actually offer marketing. That's very great. Again, you highlighted that. And then one question I'm going to ask you beforehand, Milana, like, what can you say to a person who wants to actually study marketing now, like a kid who's watching this, because we're ending our interview? What can you say to them who wants to study marketing? Just advice to give them, because basically you even said the personality a person is supposed to have if you want to have a role in marketing. What are the things, maybe like one or two things you can say to a person who's watching this, like, I want to study marketing, just before we wrap up?
Okay, so if you want to study marketing, great choice, of course. But again, you have to be outspoken. You have to high energies. I'm stressing that because really that's what you need to do. And it's a fantastic career to have. You get to see the world with some of the brands. You get to even see and appreciate the things that you actually didn't know about, you know. So for an example, here at Durban Tourism, then I got the opportunity to actually see Durban. But I actually didn't know all the spots in Durban because of the job. Now I had to go, because of the job, I had to go and see the different places and boundaries and whatnot to see how far does Durban go. So that for me was another frame of reference in my career to add on things that I did not know, you know. And then I was able to go and visit Inanda. You know, when someone says Inanda, they're thinking, oh, Inanda, but there is this beautiful landscape by the dam. There is a school of arts actually called Ushwini Ngakona. When you stand there, it is absolutely fantastic. So it's things like that we take for granted, and we do not investigate, you know. Travel can be expensive, but travel can also be affordable, you know, when you research properly. And that's why there are offices like ourselves where you phone and find out, you know. And going to Eshara Marine and having an experience there is not going to cost a fortune, you know. Tourism, I always say, begins with you. You know, you need to love where you live for you to understand tourism. So marketing, great career, and I would wish everyone and all the students to do their best. And in fact, in any career that you choose, you just have to be the best and put your best foot forward so that you can enjoy what you do.
Number one, I beautifully put, my sister. Thank you so much for your time. Like you said, you're a busy lady. Let's let you get back to work. But we have now good luck, Carla, in the future and everything you want to achieve yourself. Just everything, all the best. Thank you so much again for taking your time. Before we go, we have a beautiful slogan we say here for all our watchers. It goes, Ratata, Career Corner, Ratata. Can you say it for us, Ma?
Ratata, Career Corner, Ratata.
That's it. Cut. Thank you so much.